Hi everyone, welcome to a new video. Today's subject, ESEE vs Bk7, full comparison of Bk7 vs ESEE. If you're looking for some hard fixed blades for your camping, outdoor, or even survival adventures, I'm sure someone did recommend you the ESEE or the Bk7. They're known for their great performance in the woods, and they're genuinely always recommended. But the question would be, in a battle of ESEE vs Bk7, which one is the best and which one should you pick? Well, I tried to answer this question by reviewing both knives and listing down their similarities and differences, so if you're still interested to know more, you're in the right place. Let us dive in. The Bk7 Becker knife is one of the greatest combat tactical knives. It offers a 7-inch clip point 1095 Krovan steel blade. It offers great edge retention, great toughness, and great wear resistance. It comes with a gribery handle that offers toughness and a non-slippery grip. It has bottomed and top guards handle. It comes with a black nylon kydex sheath. This knife is the best pick if you're looking for a not too big knife for your outdoor adventure, but let me remind you, it has low corrosion resistance. Now let's speak about the knife. The good, the bad, and the ugly. The knife is just great for the tough tasks. The ergonomics are great. It feels light in the hand even though being a 12.75-inch knife it's easy to handle. The steel is hard and offers great edge retention, but it comes with low corrosion resistance. The Becker Bk7 is an amazing platform for a midweight survival knife. The Bk7 should always be in the top 3 best midweight survival knives. I say midweight because I believe a survival knife should come in at under a pound, and this Bk7 weighs in at 13.6 ounces. It has 7 inches big blade made of 1095 Krovan steel, which means additional minimal additions of chromium and vanadium over standard 1095. Means tougher and durable, so that's why this knife particularly falls into that category for me of a midweight best survival knife. It's not heavy duty or lightweight. The blade is powder coated, so it has great corrosion resistance. It's simple to sharpen. It's kind of a do-everything knife, designed to be a jack of all trades. Chopping, food prepping, hacking, limbing to fall a few small trees, any task you name, can be done easily with this versatile knife. The knife features a sleek gribery handle which is very ergonomic. But one thing about the handle is it may get slippery if your hands are wet. It's a full tank knife, which is what I like in survival or outdoor knives. It's not going to break on you even if you abuse it pretty bad. It has got a thick spine for durability and longevity. The knife also has some jimping finger choil so you can perform some neat work with this knife. The Bk7 comes in a MOL attachable polymer molded sheath with a plastic liner inside. It has a clasp too, so that the knife stays in the sheath. You can attach the sheath to your belt or hands wherever you want. Overall, you will love the way it feels in your hands. It fills it up very nicely and has a very nice pommel. Perfectly appropriate for robust heavy-duty tasks. The ESEE has been a long-time favorite for those who want a nonsense fixed blade that can take a ton of abuse when you really need it to. It has a 6.5-inch drop point blade made from the 1095 steel. It's high carbon steel that offers great edge retention, great wear resistance, but comes with lower corrosion resistance. The blade's 0.1875 thickness and features a full flat grind, which offers a good compromise between strength and slicing efficiency on a knife this size. It also has a powder coating on the blade, which going to help it to resist corrosion. Moving back to the handles, they are built on style construction and features a red liner with a nice linen micarta material for the outside. It comes also with a protruding pommel at the end of the handle, which makes it a survival knife. And finally, it has a nice black plastic sheath. This knife is surely a heavy-duty knife, but it's not really a chopper. The great thing about this knife is how well it balances the large blade and the handle to create something that's still pretty agile in the hand. And let's not forget the choil and thumb spine for better grip. The ESEE has been a long-term favorite knife of mine. It's a no-nonsense straight-up midway survival knife that promises to take loads of abuse. The ESEE has a little bit more blade length than the other ESEE knives. With a blade length of 6.5 inches and 0.18 inches thickness, it's a very balanced knife. The blade is made of 1095 high carbon steel, which is prone to rust in high humidity, but it's very easy to resharpen the field. It'll hold its edge decently. You can use a river stone and resharpen its edge. Even though it's a 3/16-inch thick blade, the full flat grind does make it a phenomenal slicer. The way ESEE has been designed, where the blade has contouring to a belly and great choil combined, can make a fine paper-thin slice. The old ESEE scales cause a hotspot while making fine slicing, but with the new version, 6P has contoured handle scale and scalped. The slight blocking is now gone. The blade also has powder coating, which will help to resist corrosion.
The handle of the knife is a removable linen micarta. Its bolt-on style construction and features a red liner with a nice linen micarta material for the outside. The contoured handle is flat on the hand but fairly contoured on the shoulder. What makes it a great survival kit is the glass breaker protruding pommel at the end. Even though this isn't pointed, it creates a nice apex, and that's going to come in handy when you need to use it to break open things in the wild. So as far as larger knives go, this is a heavy-duty option, but it's not a chopper. The knife comes in a nice black plastic sheath. It offers nice retention, and it carries easily. I like the knife because it balances the large blade and the handle to create something that's still pretty agile in hand. ESEE 6 vs Bk7, key comparisons. While these two big choppers aren't quite the same, they do seem to get compared often enough to warrant a comparison. Let's start with the similarities with the blades themselves. Both the blades are made of 1095 steel. Each one is about 0.188 inches thick, and that gives you strength under pressure without being so thick and heavy that the knives get too unwieldy. You can still thrash these because of their balance. Still, they are strong enough for chopping, battening or digging or even prying in a pinch without worrying about inflicting too much damage on themselves. The steel on each is almost the same. And both of them do have a powder-coated finish to protect from rust, since neither of these is statements. As I have heard Ethan Becker say on more than a few occasions, they may not be the latest secret squirrel steel out there, but they are dependable, and time has proven to work. The ESEE uses good old 1095 carbon steel, while the Becker made by Ka-Bar uses 1095 Chrovan steel. Now that Chrovan means some additional, albeit minimal, additions of chromium and vanadium over standard 1095. Now it's not enough to affect the outright performance. It's mostly there to help with homogeneity during the heat treating process. On the flip side, Rohn, who manufactured ESEE's blades, is regarded by many to have one of the best 1095 heat treats in the business. So, in the end, there probably isn't enough of the difference between these steels in real-world use to say that one is tougher or can hold an edge longer than the other. This is one of those cases where the distinction really makes no real difference when you are swinging the blades. Now, as for where these knives differ from each other, of course, the Becker offers more length at just over 12.75 inches versus 11.75 inches on the ESEE. The ESEE is designed for the more adventurous tasks, a true survival knife, whereas the Becker is a traditional combat knife. This means with the ESEE you do have a little bit more swinging power. Even though the higher grind on the steel does remove a little bit more weight from the blade itself, now let's talk about the sheath. The Bk7 sheath is a lot bigger than the ESEE sheath. Bk7 comes with a black nylon Kydex sheath, which can be attached to your backpack. It has a clasp to keep the blade in place. On the other hand, ESEE 6 comes with a black plastic sheath, which is so form-fitting. It doesn't take up much room than the knife itself. The ESEE handle is a linen micarta handle with a red liner. Extremely comfortable to the grip. The Bk7 handle is a grivery handle that provides a non-slippery through the grip. Conclusion. By now, if you didn't notice the difference between the two knives, I'll help you. The ESEE 6 comes with more premium quality that you can find in the design and the handle. Both knife offers similar performance in terms of steel and cutting, so the main focus here would be on your budget. If you can't afford the ESEE 6, the Bk7 is a great choice and you can upgrade it later by changing your handle. But if you have enough budget, I'll gladly recommend you to go with the ESEE 6. I find its ergonomics much better and the micarta handle is always top-notch in my opinion. In the end, both knives are made from high carbon steel, so be aware that corrosion is your enemy, so don't forget it to dry and clean your knife.